네, 안녕하세요. 대복호
Hello.
씨를 모셨습니다. Hi.
Hey,
Hello.
hi. How's it day?
Good.
Good stuff.
That's it. 잠깐의 어떤 통역을 맡아주실 앙코드 씨를 모셨습니다.
예, 저는 통역사 역할을 맡았습니다.
자, 이름이 정식으로 어떻게 되시죠?
What's your real official full name?
Teboho,
Oh, really?
sex junkie,
어,
Mukwen.
대복호 세스 장키 먹게나.
Yeah, you got it.
Right?
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you. 대복호 세스케나
For the
몰달게.
first time.
Sex junkie.
세스
First
장키.
time was perfect.
처음에 어디서 만났는지 일단.
He said, where did we first meet?
We met in Cape Town
Cape Town.
at a place called the Green Market Square. It's very beautiful. People selling African ointments there, everything. You know, you play music, you get to play music to all sorts of people, different restaurants, and we were playing in the street. Like he was busking in the street, and I met him there. A friend of mine that was
What's his name?
yeah, I forgot his name, but it's okay. It's a long time ago.
귀속말을 왜 하신 거죠?
So yeah, that's how we met. Yeah,
케니 가렛? 케니 가렛의 웨인 스탱.
Yes.
Wayne Stan.
이거를 준비를 했는데 어떻게 이 곡을 뭐 누가 처음에 추천하고 뭐 어떤 사람이 먼저 하고 있었는지
Okay.
왜
so,
하게 된?
so we know. So we're gonna do.
Wayne Stan.
Yes, he says. So whose idea was it? What's the story behind the song? How does it first end? Who knew the song first?
Yo, so I love Kenny because he's an alto player. My first saxophone was alto, so I've been playing alto like all my life until I grew into tenor. I fell in love with tenor, and I'm a tenor man now. But now and then I visit the alto. So I learned about Wayne Stang. Like meanwhile, following you never really move away from the music that developed you. You know, so I've been listening to every alto player from Charlie Parker, you name them, all the way to Kenny Garrett. And Kenny Garrett also seems to be in the same line, and he seems to be the one that knows what's going on with this instrument, the alto. You know, so I'm a tenor player now, but like I just wanted to play Kenny Garrett music, and I played it on tenor, and it sounded great, and I just fell in love with the song. Yeah, man, it's one of my favorite songs in the world, Wayne Stan.
And you suggested it to me one day.
Yeah, I
Like,
did.
ba-da-boo-bum,
Ba-da-boo-bum,
ba-da-bum.
You know, and yeah, we played it together.
마지막으로 그
Last
서로의 어떤 그루브라고 하죠.
So what
그루브.
is it?
네.
Like, is it
Rhythm.
like, I mean, you came here to
서로의 템포,
Korea and stuff, and we'll
뭐
talk
어떤-
about that later. But in general, like, there must be. Is there something that matches in terms of groove, or is there something that matches between you two, or you guys? What is it? Is there some point where you meet musically? That's the question. Yeah. Is there?
I came to Korea. I'm a jazz man, and I'll forever be a jazz man. I just love jazz. I love rhythm. I love rhythm within the notes. You know, I just love all of that. And I came to Korea and I realized, there isn't so much of that. But the reason I came here was to work with this man, with Uncle. You know, he's like him and I. We play jazz. You know, what we do, I call jazz.
Do we play jazz?
We absolutely.
Think so?
You know, that's what jazz is. You know what we do. It's not pop. It's not classical music. I don't know what to call it. In fact, it is classic music. Yeah, it is their music. You know how you should do it. Jazz is expression. Jazz is the moment. You know, jazz is improv. You know, improvisation. Jazz is life. You know, it comes, it goes. Like things come, they go. You experience this, and then you can't rewind it. You can't relive the moment. You know, jazz. That's what jazz is, and that's the reason I love working with this guy, because he understands what jazz is.
그러면 준비한 곡을 여기서 한번 들어보도록 하겠습니다. 준비되신 거죠?
Are we ready to play?
Let's kick it.
네.
We're happy. We have
Okay.
Woo!
네, 연주 잘 들었습니다. 콘서트 때문에 와 있는 걸로 알고 있는데 앙코드를 얼마큼 믿고 있길래 어떻게 한국까지 와서 콘서트를 하게 됐는지 정말 궁금한데 대답 한번 듣고 싶습니다.
Okay. I mean, I came here because I entirely have no fear of being stranded. I have slept in the streets. I have literally done it all for the sake of the music, you know. And when it comes to traveling, because coming to Korea is like so far away, and I'm very I have a very curious mind, so I wanted to see what's going on the other side of the world. If I was gonna get here and I'm stranded and I become homeless, then then so be it. But it was all for the sake of the music. But I grew up very strong. When I met Aancod, I wasn't at my home. I didn't have support from my parents. I didn't have support from my friends. I was just alone. Aancod didn't have support from his friends, his family. So we were just like one and the same thing. That's why I trust him, because like we're brothers. We met on the street and we were all lost. We were both lost, and yeah, and it happened like that. That's how we grew our trust together. Yeah.
그러면은 한국에서 지금 한국에 오셨는데 그 공연 이후에 어떤 기대감이나 뭐 방향에 대해서 뭐 어떤 생각을 하고 계신지.
Like I said, I'm very curious. I wanted to see this place because I have a Samsung phone. A Samsung phone. So I wanted to see, who's making that phone, and like what's going on, what does their world look like, how do they behave, how's the food there, how's life there, just look at the girls. Are the girls nice, because I've seen them on TV and shit. So I wanted to see the real Korea, and I'm alright. I'm not excited. I feel like I've seen this before somewhere. It's the same thing all over the world, like cities, big city, everything, same. So, but I'm a bit excited about my further, because I'm gonna be here for another month. So I'm a bit excited about my my extended tour, and I'm a bit disappointed about what I've experienced, but I hope it's gonna get even much better, because I don't like seeing the same thing every time, and I think that's the tragedy of traveling too much, because you get to know a little bit more about everywhere.
대보코 씨 말씀 잘 들었고요. 다음 그 연주곡이 더 기대되는데 많은 시청 부탁드리겠습니다. 감사합니다.